Hi guys, and welcome back to Petrolhead Podcasts. The all-new Isuzu MU-X has recently been launched in Thailand, and it joins really stiff competition in the pickup truck-based SUV segment, which also includes the recently facelifted 2021 Toyota Fortuner, the evergreen Ford Everest, and the also recently facelifted Nissan Terra. But which of these four is the best? Join me as I go through an in-depth overview to give you the answer. Before I get to the video, please consider supporting me by liking this video and subscribing to my channel to see more great content like this in the future. Starting with exteriors, the best of the four in my opinion is the Ford Everest. Despite being the oldest model, it remains attractive looking with a really muscular front end dominated by a bold grille and sleek headlights, a well-proportioned side profile with a relatively long 2850mm wheelbase that makes it well proportioned, bold over fenders and round back. I like the way the lower bumper design matches the front lower grille and also the elegant Everest lettering that joins the two taillights. The Everest looks upmarket and large for the segment and is my favorite. The next best looking for me is the recently facelifted Toyota Fortuner. The car has modern and attractive styling, including really slender bi-LED headlights up front, a large lower air dome, and on the side, I really like the design of the window line that kinks up to add a bit of character to the profile, and I like how the side windows join seamlessly with the rear window to create a floating look. Round back, the slim taillights that look like the ones from a Lexus SUV also give the vehicle a sophisticated appearance, as does the rear spoiler. My problem with the Fortuner though is that its wheelbase at just 2745mm is too short and makes especially the front nose of the car look too long and a bit disproportionate. Additionally, it doesn't quite have the tough and muscular appearance of the Ford that I think a lot of people like from vehicles in this segment. The third best looking is the all-new Isuzu MU-X. Like the all-new D-Max, the MU-X has a really successful redesign that makes it look a lot better than the previous generation model. There are again sleek bi-LED headlights up front and a bold and attractive looking slatted grille that give the car a tough appearance. On the side, I think it is a bit strange looking though, with the window for the third row passengers looking too small for such a large vehicle. Round back, I think the taillights look a bit strange, as does the placement of the Isuzu logo and rear license plate that together make it look a bit unfinished, which is a shame as the front end looks so impressive. The least well looking in my opinion is the facelifted Nissan Terra. From the front, I like the new grille that the car has that has the latest Nissan family design in addition to the sleek new headlights, but I think the fog light housings look a bit cartoonish and a bit of an afterthought, and the previous model with this more restrained front end looks better in my opinion. On the side of the car, like the Navara on which it is based, it has too many unnecessary creases and kinks in the bodywork, and the stamped round wheel arches in particular are just bad looking, and I don't like how large the rear overhang is, which makes the car look bottom heavy. Round back, the car looks decent but is not anything outstanding. Overall, for exterior design then, I like the Everest the most, followed by the Fortuner, the MU-X, and lastly the Terra. In terms of interiors, the best here is the new Isuzu MU-X. It has an attractive and modern design featuring the largest touchscreen in its class at 9 inches and soft touch surfaces with stitching on the dashboard and many touch points. The attractive steering wheel that adjusts for both reach and rake and the ventilated seats, electronic parking brake, ambient lighting, wireless Apple CarPlay, as well as a cool surround sound system in the roof all combine to provide the most passenger car-like experience. The space in the second row is also good and there is a sense of quality that is missing from some of the competitors. The Everest comes in second. It has a great sense of quality with soft touch materials on the dash with contrasting stitching. There's Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, although the screen quality isn't as good as new arrivals. There's a panoramic sunroof that is exclusive in the segment, and the car offers electrically folding third row seats and a kick-activated tailgate, which add to the sense of luxury. There's also good amounts of rear legroom and overall it feels great. However, it is showing its age in that it has a steering wheel that only offers height adjustment, semi-digital dials that have aging graphics and resolution, and the overall design of the dashboard that feels older than the competition. In third place is the Toyota Fortuner. With the recent facelift, the Fortuner finally gets Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on a larger 8-inch screen with a physical volume knob and shortcut buttons that also runs software that is better than the previous generation. The attractive analog dials, perforated leather seats, soft-touch leatherette on the dashboard, and ambient lighting all create an atmosphere of luxury, as does the power tailgate, the new wireless phone charger, and JBL sound system. The Fortuner has reach and rake adjustable steering wheel, a cool box and good amounts of storage in the cabin. However, it is let down by having only single zone climate control, rear seats that have less legroom than the Everest and MU-X, and a cumbersome third row that doesn't fold flat into the roof but hangs from the side, which eats into boot space. In last place comes the Terra. With the recent update, the Terra gets a larger 7-inch digital display and a new steering wheel which is commendable, in addition to a 360-degree camera that is unique in the segment. It also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on a big screen, and that is great. However, the Terra is very tight for adults in the rear seats. The armrest feels flimsy and cheap, and the dashboard looks aging and is full of hard plastics, and a lot of the dials and switches look and feel cheap, as well as the shiny chrome wrapped plastic around the gear lever, the door handles and other places not helping its cause at all. Finally, the Terra also only offers height adjustment for its steering wheel, further detracting from its appeal. So in terms of interiors, it is the Isuzu first, followed by the Ford, the Toyota, and lastly the Nissan. Moving on to on-road performance, and in this category it is the Ford that is the best. It has the most power with 157 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters from its bi-turbo 2-liter engine, and this is mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. The Everest offers a compliant at-sit-hold ride and feels substantial and planted on the road. The new engine offers great response and is good for towing as well, with better overall refinement than the rest. It has a full suite of active safety features such as autonomous emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, active lane change assist, a speed sign recognition system, and rear cross traffic alert. Second in the on-road section is the new Fortuner. With updated suspension designed to produce a more compliant ride, it finally is not dominated by a harsh feeling on road, and the uprated 2.8-liter engine with 150 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters with a recalibrated 6-speed automatic transmission just about matches the Ford and offers much better performance than the older model. The new Fortuner is also a great handling vehicle by the standards of the category and has good braking performance as well, with a better managed stability control system and automatic transmission than before. It also offers good active safety levels with AEB, adaptive cruise control, speed sign recognition, and active lane keeping. Third for on-road is the new Isuzu MU-X. It has an updated 3-liter engine that offers 140 kilowatts and 450 Newton meters, which is down on the Toyota and Ford, but it makes good use of the power, with 0 to 100 km/h times just about matching the more powerful Toyota. While it cannot quite match the Toyota and Ford for on-road comfort and refinement, it is still good enough and a noticeable step up from the old model. The MU-X's electrically assisted steering feels vague at higher speeds though, which is a shame. The MU-X does offer the best overall safety in the segment, and in addition to everything the Fortuner and Everest offers, it also adds a center airbag and blind spot monitoring. In last place comes the Terra. The 2.3-liter engine with 140 kilowatts and 450 Newton meters is noisy compared to the competition, and the 0 to 100 km/h acceleration time is also the slowest. The ride, despite the coil-sprung rear end, is firmer than the other three here, and handling performance and braking are also worse than the others. The Terra also lacks safety features such as active cruise control that all of its rivals offer. In the end, the Ford remains the best on road, followed by the Toyota in second, the Isuzu in third, while the Terra comes in last place again. For off-road capability, the best is the Everest. It has the best wading depth of 800mm of the bunch, and is the only one with an advanced terrain management system and the only one with 4-wheel drive that is permanently activated, so offers better traction on a greater variety of surfaces. There's an electronically locking rear differential and hill descent control as well. The next best vehicle is the new Toyota Fortuner. The engine is very tractable at low RPMs. There's part-time 4-wheel drive, low range, a rear diff lock, hill descent control, and a new automatic limited slip function. The Toyota has a well-calibrated traction control system for off-roading, and the suspension offers fantastic wheel articulation, and there's also good ground clearance and approach and departure angles, and a wading depth of 700mm. It feels reassuring on a variety of surfaces. Next comes the Isuzu. It too has all the right hardware, and finally also a rear diff lock in the latest generation. It matches the Ford in having an 800mm wading depth and has a well-calibrated traction control system. However, the feeling of composure and ultimate ability is a bit lacking compared to the Ford and Toyota, even though it is not bad off-road by any means. It feels a bit low to the ground off-road and the wheel travel isn't the best. The Nissan is last again, despite having part-time 4-wheel drive system, hill descent control and a rear diff lock. Well-controlled progress is possible and there is good suspension feel. However, the steering isn't as lively as the rest, and it has a bigger turning circle and a much noisier engine. The Ford is the best off-road, followed by the Toyota, the Isuzu and the Nissan. Overall, the Ford Everest is the undoubted winner of this segment. Despite its age, the Everest feels the most substantial and refined of these four and the most removed from its pickup sibling. The great lengths with which Ford went to initially develop the car and also to keep it up to date throughout its life cycle is clearly evident, and it is a worthy winner. In second place is the Toyota Fortuner. The car has an attractive exterior design and much improved on-road performance with the recent facelift, in addition to great off-road capability that Toyota is known for. However, it is let down by a ride that is still a bit jiggly compared to the Ford, and questionable interior aspects including the cumbersome third-row seats and the single-zone climate control. In third place is the new Isuzu MU-X. It is a dramatically improved vehicle compared to the previous generation model, and comes with the most technology and safety of the four. It is ultimately let down by not having as much creature comfort and not feeling as removed from the D-Max pickup as the Ford is from the Ranger. It also does not quite have the power and torque and off-road capability of the Ford and Toyota. In last place is the Terra. Despite the recent facelift, the Terra feels like the oldest vehicle here, with a noisy engine, firm ride, cheap feeling interior and fussy exterior styling. So there you go, overall the Ford is the best of the four, followed by the Toyota, the Isuzu and lastly the Nissan. What do you guys think of this conclusion, and what are your thoughts on these 4 SUVs? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, please like and subscribe to my channel to be the first to see more amazing content like this in the future. Cheers!